Seniors, stop mixing these four foods with yogurt. You're hurting your gut without knowing it. You may believe that by eating yogurt every day, you are taking care of your body and doing something good. You are in many respects. Probiotics included in yogurt help to build your immune system, improve your intestinal health, and even improve your mood. It's a true superfood. However, most people, particularly those of us over 50, are unaware of a hidden threat. Certain meals have the potential to totally destroy those valuable bacteria when combined with yogurt. Even worse, you could trigger a series of negative effects in your digestive system, including bloating, fermentation gas, and delayed painful digestion. Furthermore, if you keep making these errors, they may eventually cause long-term harm to your digestive system. I wish to assist you in avoiding those errors today. Along with revealing 4 items you should never mix with yogurt, I'll also show you 3 healthful and clever pairings that can boost the health benefits of yogurt. Just a few easy adjustments can make a big difference in your daily feeling of comfort, energy, and lightness. Although yogurt is strong, it is also sensitive. Consider it a form of living medication. It contains live cultures and helpful bacteria that are sensitive to life and actively working to improve your mood, fight off dangerous microbes, and aid in food digestion. Yogurt requires the proper atmosphere to function, though, just like any sensitive medication. Our digestive systems also alter with aging. Less enzyme is produced in our stomach. The microorganisms in our stomachs change. We used to eat meals without thinking twice, but now they make us feel bloated, heavy, or unpleasant. The reason is biology, not our fancy. Because of this, it's more crucial than ever to responsibly mix our diets and to give foods like yogurt the respect they merit. Let's start by discussing a fairly typical mistake that most individuals accidentally do when using yogurt. Fruit, melons, and citrus fruits in particular. You may see yogurt with fruit wherever you look, including peach, blueberry, and strawberry varieties, bright berries, and sliced bananas at top parfaits. It's promoted as the most healthful mix available, but appearances can be misleading. Here's the reality. It can really be detrimental to your digestion, especially as you age. To combine yogurt with fruit, particularly acidic fruits like oranges, grapefruits, pineapples, and even some berries. For what reason? Because these fruits are very acidic. Acidic fruits cause the dairy proteins in yogurt to curdle when combined with them. Additionally, it's in your stomach as well as in your bowl. Inside your digestive tract, curdled dairy is extremely difficult to digest. The weight of it is heavy. Fermentation occurs. It produces gas, uncomfortable bloating, and a heavy lethargic feeling that can linger for hours. And melons, cantaloupe, and watermelon, 2 lovely cool melons. Another issue is that melons are fruits that digest quickly. Their purpose is to swiftly pass through your system. Yogurt, however, digests slowly. The melon ferments in your stomach when you consume them together because it gets stuck behind the slower-moving yogurt. Gas, bloating, and perhaps even diarrhea are the results of that fermentation. Ayurveda and other traditional medical systems have cautioned against combining fruits and dairy for thousands of years, particularly for those with sluggish digestion. That also applies to the majority of us over 50. I'll tell you a little story. Every day, my friend Margaret, 72, would consume yogurt with slices of grapefruit as a healthy way to start her mornings. She was unable to comprehend the reason behind her subsequent feelings of nausea and bloating. The only time she observed a significant improvement was when she stopped adding the citrus. Nearly immediately, her bloating subsided. What is a better alternative then? Try serving cooked apples with yogurt instead of raw fruit. Comforting, easy to digest, and extremely beneficial to your gut are cooked apples that are warm, soft, and subtly spiced with cinnamon. However, there are other seemingly innocuous foods that might ruin your yogurt besides fruit. Tonight, the next error could be even worse. It could be on your dinner plate. Let's discuss foods high in meat and other types of protein. On the surface, it may not appear like meat and yogurt go together. However, consider it. Yogurt is frequently served alongside a hearty meal, a tablespoon of Greek yogurt served with roasted chicken, a small bowl of Greek yogurt with a piece of steak, or a yogurt-based sauce poured over grilled lamb. Here's the problem. Yogurt has a lot of protein already. Your digestive tract is overloaded when you combine it with another high-protein meal, such as meat or eggs. A large amount of stomach acid is needed to digest protein. Your stomach can't make enough acid to process two stimuli, which are high-protein foods, at the same time. What was the outcome? For longer than it should, the meal remains in your stomach. It starts to ferment, which causes, you guessed it, gas, bloating, acid reflux, and irritation of the intestinal lining. However, the issue is considerably more serious. In fact, the probiotics in your yogurt that you are attempting to benefit from may be destroyed by that increase in stomach acid. The yogurt does not aid in digestion. On the contrary, it makes it worse. Your digestion load is increased. Let me tell you another anecdote from my own life. A Wisconsin viewer called Robert enjoyed eating Greek yogurt with his steak meals. He believed that the combination of chili, creamy yogurt, and hefty meat was beneficial. However, he frequently felt uncomfortable and bloated after eating. We made a single, easy adjustment. He began consuming yogurt on its own as an afternoon treat or mid-morning snack. He felt lighter, more at ease, and more energized after meals in a matter of days. Consider your digestion to be a fire. A little fire cannot be expected to burn efficiently if massive logs are piled on top of it. The proper amount, the right order, and the right time must be fed to it. So enjoy your yogurt, but don't include it in a hefty dinner. Instead, let it be its own light supper. There's one more common ingredient that many Americans love to pair with yogurt: granola. It seems like a match made in health food heaven. Walk down any grocery aisle, and you'll see endless varieties of granola-topped yogurt parfaits advertised as energy-boosting and heart-healthy. But for those of us over 50, this combination can actually cause more harm than good. Why? Because most commercial granolas are heavily processed and loaded with sugar, oils, and additives. Even when labeled as natural or organic, many granolas contain hidden sugars like brown rice syrup, cane sugar, or honey in excess, plus roasted nuts that are tough on the digestive system. When this dense, sugary, crunchy food is paired with yogurt, which is meant to be light, soothing, and probiotic-rich, the digestive balance is disrupted. The sugar feeds bad bacteria, increasing the risk of bloating, gas, and slow digestion. The crunchy, roasted components can be difficult for aging digestive systems to process, especially when eaten first thing in the morning. I'll share the story of Harold, a 70-year-old from Oregon. Every morning, he'd start with a big bowl of vanilla yogurt topped with granola clusters. It felt wholesome, but he often felt tired, bloated, and had mid-morning sugar crashes. Once he switched to a simpler breakfast, plain yogurt with soft-cooked apples and a sprinkle of flaxseed, his digestion improved and he felt more energized throughout the day. So what's a better option? Choose steel-cut oats soaked overnight, or make your own granola alternative with unsweetened coconut flakes, chia seeds, and a touch of cinnamon. These options give you crunch and texture without overwhelming your gut. Yogurt is powerful, but only when paired with ingredients that honor its natural strengths. Let's avoid the commercial traps and support our bodies with combinations that truly nourish from the inside out. If you believe that protein is the only hidden hazard, you'll be shocked to learn about the fiery combo that can do even more damage to your digestive system. This brings us to the topic of fried and spicy food. Please understand that I enjoy a little kick in my cuisine. Even a little heat may be energizing and tasty. However, you're inviting trouble when you combine oily or spicy foods with yogurt, especially as you age. Hot curry spices, chili sauces, hot peppers, and other spicy meals severely stimulate the stomach lining. The digestive tract may become irritated, heated, and even somewhat inflamed. Adding yogurt, a cooling item that forms mucus over top, causes your body to become confused. Your stomach can't decide if it should get hotter or colder. Indigestion, gas, bloating, and acid reflux are frequently caused by this internal miscommunication. In certain cases, you will experience it minutes after eating. Fried foods also come with their own set of issues. The body finds it difficult to digest foods cooked in processed oils since they are already heavy. The mixture gets very rich and overbearing when yogurt is added. Because your stomach finds it difficult to digest, you may have bloating, sluggishness, and occasionally even joint inflammation the next morning. Another tale from the real world. A favorite Friday night pleasure for Gloria, 65, was fried samosas coated in yogurt sauce. The flavors were her favorite, but she usually felt heavy and groggy when she woke up the next day. After she started eating lighter meals earlier in the day and separating her yogurt from her fried foods, her digestion significantly improved. Now that you know what not to eat with yogurt, it's time to learn about the tasty things that will actually improve the health benefits of your yogurt. I promise you will adore these following easy combinations. In addition to being gut-friendly and exceedingly simple to eat daily, they are also comforting, starting with yogurt, cooked apples with cinnamon. This is one of the best foods to pair with it. You may question why apples are cooked. Instead, simply drop some raw apple slices into a bowl of yogurt and stop there. Here's the thing. As we age, our digestive systems become more vulnerable. Even though they are healthy, raw fruits, especially those like apples that have tough skins and dense fibers, can occasionally be too harsh on our bodies. However, when apples are cooked slowly, their fibers become softer, which makes it much easier for your body to digest them. You don't need to add additional sugar to enjoy them, because cooking also accentuates their inherent sweetness. And it's not just that. A unique type of soluble fiber, known as pectin, is abundant in apples, particularly when they are cooked. Pectin has prebiotic properties. It nourishes the probiotics, or good bacteria in your stomach, making them more robust and efficient. Thus, combining probiotic-rich yogurt with prebiotic-rich cooked apples forms a potent alliance within your digestive tract. Then there's the warm, fragrant, and incredibly reassuring scent of cinnamon. The benefits of cinnamon extend beyond its flavor. This natural spice has anti-inflammatory properties that help control blood sugar, promote good digestion, and even soothe the lining of the stomach. Cooked apples and cinnamon work together to make a meal that actively strengthens and heals your digestive system, in addition to giving your yogurt a comforting, cozy flavor. I would like to introduce you to Diane, a beautiful 71-year-old woman from our community. Diane used to start her days with yogurt and fresh fruit. However, after breakfast, she began to feel bloated and uneasy as the years went by. Giving up yogurt was not something she wanted to do, but she also didn't want to start each day feeling heavy. One little change was made. Instead of raw berries, Diane substituted a tiny portion of warm, softly cooked apples with a dash of cinnamon mixed into her yogurt. What was the outcome? A week later, she was lighter, her digestion was better, and she was looking forward to breakfast once more. However, there are other foods besides apples that can boost your yogurt and soothe your stomach. You'll then encounter a small substance that has many more advantages than its size would imply. So let's speak about chia and flax seeds. Particularly for those of us over 50, these little seeds are nutritional powerhouses when it comes to promoting intestinal health. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids and potent anti-inflammatory properties, flax seeds help to protect your gut lining and calm your digestive tract. They also include a lot of soluble fiber, which facilitates regular and easier digestion by regulating bowel movements. Additionally, lignans, which are naturally occurring plant components, are found in flax seeds and may help balance hormones and prevent age-related illnesses. Grinding flax seeds fresh is the best way to consume them. You may not benefit from whole flax seeds if they pass through your digestive system undigested. You can improve your gut health by adding a tiny spoonful of freshly ground flaxseed to your yogurt. Chia seeds, however, possess a unique charm all their own. A soft gel-like texture is created when chia seeds are soaked in liquids such as water, almond milk, or yogurt. This mild gel helps food pass through your system more readily by acting as a natural lubricant for your digestive tract. Antioxidants, calcium, magnesium, fiber, and plant-based protein are all abundant in chia seeds. They're particularly excellent for maintaining strong bones, consistent blood sugar, and constant energy levels, all of which are essential for aging well. A simple snack becomes a nutritional powerhouse that is easy on the stomach when you add flax or chia seeds to your yogurt. Every day, you may support your body in a simple, cost-effective, and highly efficient manner. A 68-year-old Thomas, one of our regular viewers, told us his experience. Years of feeling lethargic and bloated after meals led him to start mixing a spoonful of ground flaxseed into his yogurt in the evening. He became aware that he felt lighter in a few of days, more cozy and more concentrated on the mind all day long. Sometimes the biggest effects come from the simplest adjustments. And if seeds have this much power, you should wait to see what happens when you couple this next traditional comfort meal with yogurt, a combination that will be a huge hit with your digestive system. Now let's discuss oats, but not any old oats. Soak or cook the oats. With good reason, oats have long been a popular breakfast staple. In addition to being healthy and soothing, they are also quite gentle on your digestive tract when prepared correctly. A particular kind of soluble fiber known as beta-glucan is abundant in oats. In addition to reducing cholesterol and promoting heart health, beta-glucan, like flax seeds and cooked apples, also feeds the beneficial bacteria in your stomach. To put it another way, oats are a prebiotic powerhouse. Yogurt and oats work together to produce a symbiotic meal. The oats nourish the beneficial bacteria which are drawn in by the yogurt and allowed to grow. However, if you want to maintain a healthy digestive system, there are two ways to prepare oats: correct and wrong. Dry raw oats, such as those sprinkled directly from the container, might cause pain, bloating, and gas in the stomach. However, when you soak them in liquid for an entire night or cook them gently on the stove, the oats become soft, creamy, and easy to digest. Picture a bowl of warm, soft oats that have been gently chilled, then garnished with a dollop of plain yogurt, a dash of cinnamon, and perhaps even a spoonful of the previously discussed cooked apples. A gift to your body, it's more than just a meal. Another excellent choice is overnight oats, particularly if you're pressed for time. All you have to do is mix dried oats with yogurt and a little water or almond milk. Add in any seeds or spices if desired, and cover in the refrigerator overnight. You'll have a wonderful, ready-to-eat, creamy breakfast in the morning that will also be incredibly gut-healing. Allow me to introduce you to Evelyn, a lively old Michigan woman in her 70s. Oats were her favorite food, but she stopped eating them years ago since they always made her feel bloated. During our conversation, she disclosed that she had been consuming cold milk and dry, quick oats. For an aged digestive system, this is a difficult mix. Instead, we gave her cooked oats with cinnamon, plain yogurt, and soft stewed apples. In addition to improved digestion, Evelyn reported feeling lighter than she had in years, having more energy and having a better mood within 2 weeks. Finally, before we wrap up, let's consider why these seemingly insignificant decisions, such as switching to cooked apples, adding a teaspoon of seeds, or gently preparing oats, can have such a profound impact on our daily feeling. It has nothing to do with stringent limitations, costly supplements, or intricate diets. The goal is to respect our body's lovely, ever-changing needs by making sensible, easy decisions. Furthermore, we will bring everything together in the last section of this voyage. You will have a basic plan to follow, the faults to avoid, and the choices to embrace to experience increased vitality, strength, and lightness with each spoonful of yogurt you eat. I want you to stay with me because the most crucial portion is still to come. Let us pause before concluding to consider why these minor adjustments to the way we mix our foods are so important. You see, digestion involves more than simply food breakdown. It has to do with how our body consumes the nutrients and absorbs processes that keep us robust, active, and resilient. As we age, the rest of life feels a little lighter and easier. When digestion is going well, our mood improves, our energy levels rise, and even our sleep quality increases. When digestion is troubled, however, it's like trying to drive a fancy car with sugar in the gas tank. If the system is clogged, nothing functions correctly, regardless of how wonderful the fuel appears to be. We may keep our inner engines operating clear, powerful, and steady by making tiny, deliberate changes, such as avoiding some toxic combinations and adopting calming, nourishing pairings. And that frees us up to live life to the fullest in every moment. Let's quickly recap what we learned today before I give you some last useful advice that you can put to use right away. The first is a list of the 4 foods you should never mix with yogurt, especially fruits, melons, and citrus fruits. Melons digest too quickly, which causes fermentation when they are stuck behind slower foods. And acidic fruits can curdle yogurt and proteins in your stomach, which can produce gas and bloating. because too much protein overwhelms digestion and causes excess acid production, which kills probiotics and slows down your entire digestive process. Meat and other high-protein foods might make you feel heavy and uncomfortable. Granola. Most store-bought granolas are loaded with sugars, oils, and roasted components that can disrupt digestion and feed harmful bacteria. When paired with yogurt, it becomes a heavy inflammatory mix that drains energy and blocks probiotic benefits, especially for those of us over 50. Foods that are spicy or fried force your body to compete with itself, sending out heating and cooling signals that make digestion difficult. Additionally, the heavy oils they contain make you feel lethargic and can even trigger inflammatory reactions. The 3 foods that go well with yogurt are now revealed. Cooked cinnamon-infused apples. Prebiotic-rich, warm, and calming. This blend relaxes digestion, promotes the growth of beneficial bacteria, and offers a comforting flavor without being harsh. Chia or flax seeds ground. These tiny nutritional behemoths provide fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, and digestive support, promoting the growth of probiotics and naturally facilitating easier digestion. Soak or cook the oats, a tried-and-true comfort food that supports deep, long-lasting satisfaction without bloating, stabilizes energy, and includes beta-glucan fiber to support gut flora. Imagine starting your day with a simple, gut-friendly food. A teaspoon of plain yogurt, a swirl of cooked apples, a dusting of cinnamon, and perhaps a few perfectly soaked chia seeds are all placed on top of a warm bowl of gently cooked oats. It's a gratifying healing method that's made to cooperate with your body rather than fight it, or even a small afternoon snack. With each bite, the probiotics and prebiotics will dance together inside you as a small bowl of plain yogurt is swirled with a teaspoon of ground flaxseed, giving balance and vitality. Not only can these tiny, thoughtful decisions improve digestion, but they also improve energy, happiness, health, and your overall well-being. And this is a crucial point to keep in mind. If you have a history of making mistakes, you are not doing anything wrong. Even when you no longer feel well after eating certain meals, you are not broken. Simply put, you're being kindly and sensibly encouraged to pay closer attention to the shifting requirements of your body. That isn't failure. That's progress. That's grace. It's also a lovely thing. It is my goal that you will approach that bowl of yogurt tomorrow morning with a little more self-awareness and kindness. What could improve my experience with this meal? What could make my body feel powerful, light, and supported today? Warming the apples first might be the cause. Perhaps adding a few flax seeds is the solution. Perhaps it's just respecting your yogurt's fragile strength by eating it by itself. Whatever it is, I want you to know that even the smallest act of kindness toward your body counts. Moment by meal, moment by instant. It strengthens you from the inside out. It's never too late to feel better. So keep that in mind. To feel stronger, it's never too late. There's always time to savor your meal. Reaffirm your thankfulness, delight, and full appreciation for what your body does for you each and every day. If this message resonated with you today, or if you discovered something new that you can't wait to try, please share this video with a loved one. Perhaps a neighbor, friend, sibling, or someone else who shares your feelings deserves to feel better and lead a lighter life. I appreciate you being here with me today. Be sure to look for yourself, take care of your body with kindness, and never forget that even the smallest step toward improved health can lead to a happier life. Until we meet again, my dear friends, remember to remain strong, optimistic, and lovely. Thank you for staying until the end of the video. If you find the content useful, please click like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with your loved ones, especially grandparents, parents, or the elderly who need a clearer memory and a more complete sleep. See you in the next videos, where we continue the journey of living healthy, living happily, living long.